God gave you, choose this day. God given. Just remember this: attitude awareness, imaginational control. And when you say you don't have any imagination, you operate every day out of your own imagination. What do you mean that you're not using it properly? I'll agree with you there, but you can do so. And remember, it was God who told you, change your mind, change your world. So you can do so, because why would he tell you to do so if you couldn't do so? And how can you be blamed for doing something wrong if, if you couldn't do it in the first place? Attitude. It's all your own attitude. Where you got them, where they came from, friends, loved ones. Doesn't matter where they came from. It's what are you thinking? And I'll tell you, you do stinking thinking. You have to pay the price. Well, if the whole world would just understand the only thing that's pushed out into the world is your own attitude. Is that it?
It is it. You said something earlier, and I wrote it down. You said that the person that's begging and pleading God, and of course, you and I both know that that's the prayer, the begging and the pleading. And of course, only thing you're praying for is more of the thing to beg and plead about. But you stated something, and you were talking about the um, attitudes, of course, that's been given. And person talking about they're just trying to figure out why they're here. And what we don't realize, whatever we're doing is our why until we change our doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there. I mean, that's the whole story. That's what we're here to get them to realize, that it's already with them. You're using the power every day, every moment, because there is only one power. See, it was only one. And if you're using a power, you're using the power. Come on. How are you using it?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, you gotta, it's like having a wand, you point to this and that. And he made it simple because he realized you were starting from a place of absolute ignorance.
Yeah.
What else would you call innocence? And that's where you start out. Well, how much information have you taken in? And how much of it have you consumed? How much of it are you feeding into your world of experiencing? Because that's exactly what you're doing. Is that not what everybody's doing?
That's exactly what they're doing. Yep. Yep.
And they see the results of it all the time. But they don't, they can't take what they're experiencing back to where they thought that they were experiencing. You see, people put suggestions in your mind, and if you turn to them, see, whatever thought you turn to starts expanding.
Yep.
A negative, absolute negative, it'll start expanding. If it's a positive,
Expand.
it's always expanding also. And you're given choose this day, so you're on all the time. Take a moment. Uh, this is not a commercial. We're telling you to actually get in touch with what you're thinking and feeling, because that's what we're told we're delivered into, our own thinking. In other words, you're moment by moment, you're building your future. Every step you take. As a matter of fact, see me moving my arms, even there, that there's stop first. Oh, it's minuscule between thought and action, but the thing of it is that if you're making the actions, you're in control. What you're allowing yourself to entertain yourself with is the thought taking you where you really want to go, and not where you feel you must go first to have what you need to go further. You see, because that's why they got all these jails. That's the first thought. Just take his. He may eject, he may even shoot me. But if you want to take that, you're given chooses today. So I mean, if that's what you happen to choose, well, a lot of luck with that. Because I see it every day. I'm told about it every day. Do you know how many parents told me they're totally stunned at what their children are thinking and doing. They're wondering. I never taught them anything like that. Yeah, but you see, they have friends. I use the word loosely, just a gathering, but you see, the minds are on excitement. See, and young minds on excitement cause them kind of do crazy things. Okay, it is expected that it will happen, but if a child's been raised in a good degree, they'll know there's a limit. See, and the parents know that they're going to raise to that level, and they understand it, that things will happen. But immediate forgiveness. See, you're only allowing them to forgive themselves. You have no reason to forgive them. They didn't weren't doing it to you. But if you hold thought, it'll damage your relationship. Hey, that's what all the pry bars are all about, is that people in their attitudes just can't come together and clap. Be joyful. Got to think of the worst that's going on. Why? Why? Are you enjoying it? Well, yeah, well, a lot of people really do enjoy their anger. It makes them feel, I don't know. I don't know what they feel, really. But you gotta remember that you're always on. Understand? You're always on.
Hey, so is your phone. But we're about ready to wind it down. So you said earlier, there's only God. And then you said, I am that. And so the individual simply needs to look at what's showing up in their world, realizing that they've chosen and pulled that from the possibilities of creation. And if they want something different, then begin to think upon something different. As you say, what's of lovely and a good report.
All of you. Start thinking like it. It's who you are. Who else could you be? God tells you, I'm with you always. See, he's with you always. So that's the power you're operating from. But he's not directing it. Obviously, you aren't either. But you should be.
Yeah.
You should be. I mean, it's just it's really unreal how people spend hours in thought about things they would not wish to experience. That's what you're being told, that all the monsters you have in your life, you dreamed them up. God, God's not denying you anything. Certainly, you can think of something better than that. Even I figured that out. But that's the only thing I figured out. The rest of it, as I've been telling everyone for as long as I remember, it's coming through me, but it isn't from me, because I'm not this personality you're looking at. I mean, it's kind of like a puppet show here, because you see, I didn't figure any of this stuff out. I mean, I tried reading the Bible, but it never really made any sense to me. All those begats and begats and begats, and I just went, oh. The thing of it is, you will, at some point, you will think about something different. But if you're thinking of something different, all you have to do is make sure that you're the one choosing it. You can be influenced by someone else to choose something you really don't like and wind up suffering it for even a lifetime. I mean, someone tells a person over 90 years old does not realize he's still being raised. His parents have been in the ground for eons of time, and yet he's still being raised by them. He's never. I guess he never went through that ceremony where you start thinking for yourself, because he wouldn't be repeating his life into what they taught him. That now he doesn't see that it's true, but he doesn't know what is true. All you have to do is be still. That's it. That's it right there. Just be still and know that I'm God. With you always. Will never leave you. Omnipresent presence. Can't be any closer. I mean, I can't think any different than you're thinking, because that's what we're doing. You're thinking it, choosing it, and I'm making it. So those the two who agree is right there. But you're complaining a lot. See, and what you don't understand is that complaining is a begotten too. See, in other words, you're planting the seed, even if you're not really have any idea in mind of what you're going to suffer. It's just whatever's loose. That's all. The guy says, "Why me, Lord? Why me? Why? Because you chose it." Why did you do something like that? Why are you trying to tell me stuff about the thoughts? Yeah, I would have said the same thing. As a matter of fact, I did probably many, 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 many times. But once you find the portal, once you find the door, and you're told you are the door, that you don't need a key or not. It's not locked. You can stroll in, stay for a few minutes, stay for a lifetime, or you go back out in the hall and go to the next door. You are the door. So what you're looking for is looking for you. I had a hard time with that one. As a matter of fact, it's kind of spooky when you first think about it. But then again, you're the ones in control because it's as you think you are. So you can change it right away. You don't need to let it run off in you know, get mesmerized by some nonsense and it starts growing out and you're going, "Ah." Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Because you're not paying attention to what you are doing. And then you wind up to doing the thing that you don't like because you weren't paying attention. And even if it was something you did like, you may want to change your mind. And that's what you are told, isn't it? Change your mind, change your world.
Yep.
People want simple, they say, see, but they'll be the first ones to go, oh, come on, come on, come on. Try to tell us, oh, that we're great. Yeah, you are. You are great. And all you have to do is start acting like it. Start treating yourself nice. You know, when you see all these people walking down the street and all these looks on their faces and you wonder, they're torturing themselves right now.
Yeah.
About what? Is it important? Or is it something that hasn't even happened yet? That's the one you want to watch. Something that hasn't happened yet. Because even though you're thinking about it, you see, I'm not sure you understand that thinking about it is choosing it. See, because it's what you think upon grows. And people run off scenarios in their head of past events that make me shudder, and I wasn't even there. And then they wonder why they get twisted, why something hurts or something aches or what's. You say you can't think straight. Actually, everything you say is as straight as you're going to get it. Hello. I tell you, it was made so super simple. It was difficult to keep reins on people's minds, and so he just let it go, and he lets you choose the whole trip yourself. You're on all the time, and you're the one falling out the route. And what's to the left and what's to the right, it's everything in the world has come out of the mind of man. Otherwise, why tell you as you think you are? See, and these are all things that we are because we chose them, and they're nice, they're lovely, good report. But do you really appreciate them? You see, you don't appreciate what it took to produce it. It's just there. And that's the way we have taken life. We don't consider we're producing anything, it's just there. But I tell you, your whole vast world is itself pushed out. I understand if you don't believe it right now, but you will. Oh, you will. It's all about developing better attitudes, isn't it?
It is. It is. So, what would you say to the listener in closing?
Start with a new attitude.
There was the I want to say the Pointer Sisters, but one sister group, New Attitude. They had I can't even remember the sister group, but their whole song was a new attitude. And you're absolutely correct. The challenge is most people don't believe it's that simple to change their existing attitude.
And there was the word you said that they don't believe.
Yeah.
See, that's what I've been saying all along. Your only problem is you don't believe in the good that you want.
Yeah, true.
Because if you did, you'd already have it and be joyful about it. You see, they always tell people, what's he high on? It's the spirit. Spirit. Yeah, and a little less spirit too. Yeah, but even scripture tells you, but it's a truism down the whole line. It says all things in moderation. You see, in other words, he's telling you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Your system was not made for alcohol. Okay, a little moderation is okay. You can handle it. But the thing of it is, that's what we always do. We always become addicted to stuff and run off crazy, and we treat ourselves terribly.
Yeah.
And then you sometimes live long lives that aren't worth living, and that happens to people with addictions.
Yeah.
Because all things, look, we're not condemning anything. We're telling you, and Scripture has said that all things in moderation. If you understand what that means and how you can use it, do so. Because it's the difference between life and death in some cases, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You said something. I do want to close with this. You said, listen, you don't believe in the truth that you want. Otherwise, you would have it. And that's so powerful. If people would sit there and meditate upon that, you don't believe, if you truly believed in whatever it is that you say that you want or you desire, to the extent that you believe, it's going to show up in your life.
Yeah, I can't not. God had already made the promise. See, you're the trigger. You want to pull the trigger, pull that trigger and see what it triggers. It'll trigger, it says, I'll open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing you don't even have room to receive it all. What an offer. I can't imagine. Why wouldn't you take advantage of the offer when you can do so? You're not only given permission, you're given authority, you're given dominion, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So what else do you need?
That's it.
Do a thing and you should have the power. There it is. Do those things. And
I sure hope that, listen, that last statement, and I've heard it before, and I'm hoping that it resonates with the listener. Whatever it is that you want, start doing it. And when you start doing it, the power that you need to accomplish what it is you need to accomplish will show up. It's already present, but you will realize that you already have it. But you won't realize it until you do the thing that you want to do.
you have to start.
You got to start.
That everything he said started with you have to start.
You got to start.
You can agree with all that he said right there. Did you start?
Yeah.
And we'll talk about now.
Yeah.
See, this is the appointed hour. Now, if you're looking for change, we just offered it, right?
Absolutely. That's it.
That's all we're here for. Bring you your own message. We don't have a special on it. We got it the way you're going to get it. You have to feel after it until you find it, but you're told you will find it. So the only thing is, as long as you don't give up, you're there. At the moment you give up, you start all over again. And I can't tell you how many times I started, but I did start again. That's all that matters. Not how many times you fail. How many times did you start? I know. I don't want Trump looking for one more vote. Oh, I tell you, that is something, isn't it?
It is. It is. You know, I think about the whole thing. It's really, whether people realize it or not, it's a wonderful time to be alive. You know, with the stuff that we're witnessing in history, and many of us are in the midst of history and don't even realize we're in the midst of history.
Yeah, hey, it's ongoing.
Ongoing.
You're making history at every moment of time.
Absolutely.
And there'll probably be somebody wanting to know about it.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Somebody. I
Yes.
mean, look at some of the things people like. No, this is not about this is really not judgment. This is
Yeah.
just joking about.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, yeah, it is taking place. See, in other words, you may be just spending your time and not investing your time. And if you're not investing in yourself, you see, uh, well, you can't make any gains if you're not doing any investing. And so the more you invest in yourself, the greater the gains will be, and quickly if you're quickly,
Yeah.
because you're told quickly, open and get with it, be it, do it, start right now. Now is the appointed hour. Start. That's all you have to do is start. Oh yeah, you'll give up times again, but you know the thing of it is that if you're looking about what the gains that you have, I want to tell you, for some reason, I'm sure getting popular today. Um, oh no, we had we were gone for an hour and a half. We come back and we had 13 calls, and all of them just hung up. And the message thing is on, but nobody had a message. And a couple of them saying, "Well, are you there? Are you there? Can you hear me?" Yeah, you're playing. I had to say that different. I didn't know if you were recording or not.
We are. But hopefully you got my message also. If not, it'll still be on there. But so we're going to go on and wind this down. But like always, it's certainly been a pleasure.
Yeah, it is. You know, hey, I get to hear it,
Yeah.
and that's what we're telling people. The more you hear it, the more you get out of it.
Yeah.
You'll hear it. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's where you start, and that's where we'll finish. We'll be like Him, Jesus Christ. That's what it is. You think better today than you did yesterday, you're headed in the right direction because all things produce after their own kind. Produce something worthy of your kind.
Absolutely.